behemoth.
Who'd be mad enough to tame such a beast?
Stand back. Here it comes.
Well, what are we waiting for? Nice try.
Stand back! I'll conjure a ward!
Joshua! Desperate times.
Clive, no!
Trust me. I'm your shield, remember? I think this might be a job for Ifrit!
Why would you turn to him, brother? When we fight together. smoke! This one. Quickly, before we're cut off for good.
If it is like the others, the entrance to the inner sanctum will be at the foot of the crystal. We're almost there.
How do we get through that?
This gate here is open.
This.
Once we step onto that bridge, we'll be easy targets.
Then we better move quickly.
I don't see any other way. disease. We cannot allow it to spread any further.
We won't. This one. Get him. Surrounded. This one. Focus, Joshua. We're not done yet.
yet.
So I should let the burden fall to you?
Yes, you should. Save your strength for another step.
Kill! Get him! There's no end to them. The whole bloody army's here. Stand back, Joshua. I'm summoning Ifrit.
Stop, Clive! You mustn't. We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die? Jill!
She's not alone.
surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart, and guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished...
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
Don't suppose us none won't take kindly to loot.
And we wouldn't want to anger old...
You mean you'll buy Welcome to Goots's Toll. Is there out else you need? Righto, here you go. Thank you. How else I can do for you? Anything else I can make for you? Is all done then? No. Finished! I think. Is all done then? No.
You see, Clive, we're not alone. If we are to win the and ours.
We've fought long and hard for this moment. Sid's dream.
We need only endure this final trial, and we shall.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them. All of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies, and so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his god's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own, and from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. Though we're one and the same.
Ifrit, or what's left of him.
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction. But she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
To right your wrongs. If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all! What?
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore. It's ours.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdained. be sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest. Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends.
He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us. Prostrate yourself. At last, for countless generations, have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts? What if it could all just go away? Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield. Look, Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Mythos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
Hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
Once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber without awaking. And back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship!
I will be with you anon.
Thank you. I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
Still alive, are you? Going purse weighing you down? You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or what do you want? No scratches, all right? For Sanctfordian, dear. Anything else?
First the skies, then the crystal. What next? Herself.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have a few new notes that might interest you. You wish to study the tomes?
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
Clive. How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. Very good.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? Come again. I may have more. For ya.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that I saw on the horizon.
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck, then.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire...
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way
from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the Halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Huh.
Thank you, Uncle.
As for down here... Clive, my Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks.
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman.
From what little I saw, you were right.
I suppose I should have expected but I was wrong. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to... We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two: the realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yeah? And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. In short, if Storm does...
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen...
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed and as luck would have it, I've already spoken with...
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a... You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as... And if the field...
That's the...
I'll leave for Randalar. Would you send a stola?
Of course. Rutherford is...
Excellent.
No. Thank...
Ah, Clive. This is it, then? Indeed.
You're wrong.
Of course.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's...
His will.
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what... And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience.
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
Very well.
Cid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison.
How did she come by?
Finding bearers always was her strong point, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless, and even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever.
Cid, I'd like to believe that I've earned, and while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from... I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception. But when we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many...
Thank you, Cid. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protege. The thought of him held cap...
He must be very important to you.
He was.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Doris.
Cid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but...
Because he wants to be... Our ranks are filled with men but scouting. We're few with the nose for that. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never...
Truer words, Cid. I'll let the initiate know that you be... and that he is to proceed directly to Northrend.
No time like the present.
No time like the present.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Vivian, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But,
Please. You have always... It's only right that I return the favor.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of... I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to... But perhaps it is...
If you say so.
Forgive me, but this book... It set me on the... Back again? Well...
I am.
Naturally. I shall... Harpocrates, whether what he has to say makes you happy to have agreed to help? What is it that you wish to learn?
What do you think happened to Miss Mid?
Cid!
With what?
No!
It's Miss Mididol. Very strange.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there.
In the cloud.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
You didn't break it, did you, Cid? Oh, don't listen.
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together?
Why don't I...
You do that. She's in her dad.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning. Mid.
Ah! That's it! I knew it! The answer was right. If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying...
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them, but not me. I've discovered how, well, almost. First I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or...
If it's beast bones you're after.
No, they'll know where you might find some.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Alto. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly. She seems preoccupied, but then again...
I will not let them be forgotten. Cid.
Of course.
It is an honor to find... My name is Herman. I wish to be...
No. I will not send good men and women to risk their life. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. I was raised in a... Or rather... It was not a place of nurture. It existed. We were tortured. Until we feared no pain, and few ever survived long enough.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. But they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Cid.
You were a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash is...
Cid.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the
You will?
I won't let you risk it.
I don't know.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this.
Thee the grace.
All right.
May the mother...
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Cid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Cid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Cid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torg. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you. Indeed. You miss Cid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been...
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Cat.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav...
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Where to then, Torgal?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there. Ah, Harpocrates. I've been charged with locating a...
And you seek a rare one whose name I had not thought. You've been taught.
Right as always, but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
And yet I gather it did not. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the
executors.
Coveters of a clandestine organization committed to the collect one such text, being that a tale which could overturn the established or, so rumor has it.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why? Secrecy. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books,
which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long ago.
By the hand of the executor.
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors, you may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identity.
My hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting?
Not from thin air, no. Room, but rather less so across the strait. I had a friend in the village of... Alas, I have heard naught from him, but though he did not mention it by name, it is possible, if you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book.
Very well. I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Twinside's hundreds of leagues away.
All right, Sid. Come to buy it?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
Most bones are the same. What if it's durability you're looking for? Shell was...
I do. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus, but don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason...
I'll keep that in mind. It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me.
I doubt that boat will hold a third. If you're sure, we will hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready. It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
What?
Get him! This should be enough.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light.
You're really going to go through with this?
I am. But before I go...
If it's within my power to help you,
It's the children. I refuse to let them, and if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe, and provided for, and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned. And they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else. Wish me luck. You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
What's it?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Cid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Cid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Lubo is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes!
Go! Come on, then.
Go on, go! Just go.
Lubo.
Wait. Someone's coming.
Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him! Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh! Ah! What did Lubor ever do to you? Hmm? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like he doesn't even exist!
Yes, right.
Lubor, we have heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcro. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operation. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely. When these creatures come, Dalimil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers and the command of our men in your...
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the and tell the merchant not to waste time securing. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar...
Very well.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Main host is most likely still there. And Dalimil will not be safe and...
A little gardening?
I doubt it. I have a feeling these...
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all... Now it's simply a matter...
Looks like everyone's ready.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? Leave a single one alive.
All yours, Torgal.
The League is disbanded.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been done. Seems that might be the last.
The last of them here.
Lubor, sit.
Clive!
It's done.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has... and we need not fear the arrival of any... Victory is...
We bloody did it! Lubor, allow me. After all you have done for this town, we should...
But we did. And we only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalim. So, if you would still like to be considered...
You do remember that I'm a...
We do. But that is not a stain. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil. And I do not doubt that we shall need to call. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together. Just...
Of course. You have...
And second, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but...
As we failed to do, and came so...
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in...
Condition accept. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. How fickle. Not so long ago I had resigned, and now... Here.
Lubor.
Fear not. You are, of course, relieved. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaw. I'll make sure they're safe.
I don't doubt that you will, and not just the children.
Can't have all your hard work going to...
Let's go.
Faster!
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide? Looks like we found him. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Your Grace, my lord,
Cyril, you found a letter from...
Yes, I have. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly...
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the complete emancipation. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins. Archduke Elwyn saw this.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have, nor would he have entrusted his vision to those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the...
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your... but one at least remains.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she... After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering his...
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord, I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the... Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our...
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would...
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from... He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each are, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you. It was your father's wish that you be presented with but with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed. You are grown men now, and while I would not presume to insist upon your claim, I know that nothing would have pleased him.
Thank you.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May I...
Oh, I am much
Do you know where we might find this heart?
I do. Though it may be a matter of It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking it. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you, Josh?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Lord Marquis, if you have...
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order... He sent an owl some while ago, but...
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet... it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much to go then, with my hopes. And may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Good girl.
Run like the wind.
Eyes peeled, Joshua. Thanks, Cal.
There it is.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Thank the Founder you were. The Griffin is slain now.
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. Thank you, my lord. Your father would be so...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be... If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and... The armbands are complete, pray. Take them. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent...
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together. As Phoenix and Shield. As brothers in...
Indeed. His Grace knew that, but this was more than just a mess. It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast
Forgive me, my lady. There is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of... Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have... So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but of the deep love he had for both of you. And it... In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered... I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I...
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might, and so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father...
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied.
It is. And we thank you.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, let him see that you have received his blessing.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is enshrined since the day we recovered it from Fiend. I prithee claim it. For it, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hand.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Well met. Farewell.
Who needs a porter with it?
Papa?
What is it? Please.
I'm scared.
Good girl.
Caution, brother.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Phil.
This won't take long.
You're right, men.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You are right.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers, but I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the... It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me. My lord, Mark. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your like?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am. Or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a...
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further, but I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been, I know I made them for so long. So many of us have been told when it should have been our decision all along. But in order to take it, we must stand.
Certainly not the words I expected from... You are, no. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince...
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require... We will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen.
I'm flattered. But I'm no dip, and I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know...
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw
of a different kind, perhaps?
Beggars can't be... I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis, your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin. Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia. Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. We've overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
is just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward, then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Let's go.
Back to the stables, girl. Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more. Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there...
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, the people of Lostwing, you'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So...
And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. We'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know...
It's not that.
Then what is it?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us? Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany...
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe.
Hopefully. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
What truth?
Who do you think?
I'm nervous. Well met, Sid. This is the Initiate.
At your service, Smart.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your...
Oh, of course. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware...
I am. But I swore I'd...
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. It taught me what one man can do, and I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under...
So...
You haven't even started. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook, you'll need to assess the situation. Determine it all without being discovered and
Ember. Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything.
Know my limits. Right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as...
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me. Come on.
Yeah!
right. Enough of you, are there? These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Get him! Ember, are you... gone?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember?
How did he... I thought he must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed...
The right man for the... I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid...
He did what he thought was best.
And of course. We'll await your val... Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
Do you see anything you like? I'll be here if you need me.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't cooperate.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. He's wearing his uniform.
Your town needs you. I need you. The Duke would have you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence says that the town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen, and though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to so I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of North...
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady.
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire... He's always scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride... We must fight him.
Fight him? No. Respectfully, my lady. Our only while I understand your
false hope. But I see that your mind is... If you will extend me the same... I bid you good day.
She certainly...
Indeed. Which maybe this is all about.
Families.
I'm sorry. Yes. But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity I can't...
So you are content to abandon... Please, if you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight...
That's exactly what I'm trying to, at least.
Even when our true enemy is hiding... Fine. Thank you so much for...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edge, like father liked.
She made an uninvited appearance at the... hoping to convince the Dame to join her in...
I bet. Anyway, what brings...
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, she did, right, as always. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing...
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings.
Not here. Good girl. Faster! Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
get him!
Clive! Are you all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing? We might be able to fend off an attack.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. You head back to Northreach. I want you there.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the town, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have...
What? I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sanbreque, just as Great Griga wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griga.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured, the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of men. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale.
Thank you, milady.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. I only hope I can go some way to evening the... Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands?
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way, so we don't... What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the...
All right. But take...
Thank you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Merciful creek.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Over here! Get him!
both of them!
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nick.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand, they would drift apart. To be but you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same, You were merely distracted by a lofty...
As did you. His Radiance said it himself. I forgot that.
I'm sorry too. I should never only wanted you to understand how I...
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence. But I believe the same could be... We all want safety, security, prosperity, and we may yet achieve... Will you join us in this?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wound. And today there are more...
Madam Isabel, I see.
You're right.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady. The dames, and that goes for you. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this...
Well, I should see if Isabel needs it.
Can we get you anything?
How goes it? I'll be happy to map. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me. But I sense you would rather have died here. For you, madame, I have all the time.
Very well. I was Carla then. So sought after was I that it was, alas. Those helpful naive as I was, I fell in love with a bear. He was my master's guard. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking, and so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered until we found ourselves here. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, those that could be healed at least.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace. It was the greatest gift I have ever... But the generosity of this town and the men and women of the Vale supported me through though I was still a stranger to them. And so I swore that I would return the kind that I would reap.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
Perhaps that is why I have such... Never stop fighting, and I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to... The people, the soldiers, all united in... And what of you? Can we count on your support?
Always.
This is no time to ride. Not here.
Ready, go?
Might this be Mikkelberg?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here? Ah. Heed the call. No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home. The other...
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. Just this village, where they shall cast their souls.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord. Let us be free us from...
They want to be set. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me...
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation, but others did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to...
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. You have seen them at their They devote themselves to the veneration of their lord, praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked, not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woe. Serve him with all of their... I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my lord and master. And so I would see it through to the end, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their lord.
You do understand?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become... I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, forgive me, my lord. Did you hear that, my lord? Something is...
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes is what...
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it! Don't you die. Come on, speak to me. I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashyyyk in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me? Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. I should get this reported.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see you.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained at...
He died protecting the villagers. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they might be unburdened. Then Anitha, your brother, sacrificed him, even knowing that lie...
Then he perished defending... For the right to choose how one dies...
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression. It matters not how misguided, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, for better or worse. That...
But he didn't die for your creed. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of... They died serving my house. That is my...
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours, and were they here, I have no doubt